This episode of the Fiction Writers Podcast is brought to you by How to Write a Novel That Sells. Do you dream of writing a best-selling fiction novel? With the right tools, you could get there sooner than you think. Visit www.howtowriteanovelthatsells.com and unlock the secrets to writing compelling fiction taught by international best-selling author Lana McAra. Welcome to the Fiction Writers Podcast with Lana McAra, where you will discover tips, tricks, and ideas for fiction that is #unputdownable. Here you'll find new energy, new perspectives, new resources, and new ideas that will spark your creativity into a blaze of brilliance. It's easier than you think. Be sure you visit our website at www.fictionwriterspodcast.com. While you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now, get out your notebook, tune in, and let's get started.
We all need help. And there's always someone who's further along in the journey than we are. And that's what we're going to talk about today. My name is Lana McAra. Welcome to the Fiction Writers Podcast. Tips, tricks, and ideas for fiction that is. #unputdownable. I have so many authors reaching out to me, asking me, how do I sell more books? How do I become successful? How do I get on a bestseller list or an award-winning list? How do I do all that? And also questions like, well, I don't have a newsletter. I don't have a mailing list. What would I put in my newsletter anyway? I don't know what to write about. I'm just a fiction author. Oh, I don't like that statement at all. I'm just a fiction author. First of all, get clear. Fiction authors are awesome. We have a tough job. It is way harder to write fiction than it is nonfiction. So give yourself a little credit there. And then open your eyes to the fiction world. What I mean by that is find some authors you admire. People who write in your genre, your type of book, and watch them. The successful people are actually modeling what you need to do, but you need to pay attention. So if you are a Kindle indie author, then go into Kindle, find some other indie authors who are killing it, people who are really doing it. They've got 1,000 or more reviews. They have ranking in the Amazon number system. They are doing great. They're writing the type of book that you write. Well, go over to the author section of Amazon and find out if they have a website. Probably do, if they're successful. And then go to the website and get on their mailing list. Subscribe. Do whatever. Download the free whatever it is they have, or just get involved with them. Get involved with them and watch what they're doing. Are they putting out a newsletter? How often does their newsletter come out? What is the type of things that they're talking about? I know a successful indie author who does a lot of traveling. She goes to a lot of events, and her newsletter is about where I'm going to show up now, where I'm going to be. So then her readers know where to find her. When she's going to be at some kind of a fair or a festival or something, they show up and they look for her. So what are you doing that you could talk about? Sometimes these indie authors will also, well, any author, not just an indie, but these authors will put out backstory. They'll put out little clips about a character or some backstory to their life that is not in the book, but is interesting. They talk about their family. They talk about their writing process and what they're going to be writing now, or how their writing's going this week, or something that interrupted them, or a really cool piece to this new novel that I'm excited to dig into. And they give you these tidbits about their own writing life. And their fans love to get a glimpse behind the curtain to see what they're doing. And so if you have a book and you're writing another book, you have stuff to talk about. Did you make a trip to do research? Did you stumble upon somebody, an expert who can help you, and you have an appointment? Talk about it. Talk about it. Build interest, build excitement for what's coming up. And the best way to do that is to follow people who are successful in what you want to do. There's always somebody ahead of you who's done all the work, discovered some of the insights and the tricks about what works, what doesn't work, and just watch them. Go to their events. I was in a James Patterson book signing in Tallahassee, Florida. I had to drive an hour and a half to get there. But when I saw James Patterson was doing a book signing in my drivable area, although not local, I went. It cost $30 to get in. That was something I learned. These big name people, they charge $30. Now you got a free book when you go in. So your $30 paid for a hardcover book that was signed by James Patterson. And the book signing was hosted by a local bookstore. They had rented a gymnasium at a local college, and there was about 300 people there. You did not get to talk to James Patterson. He was on stage with his co-author, because he's doing a lot of co-authoring now. And the bookstore manager was sitting up there with these questions and asking him questions. And people were interacting from this audience, but he was not with people. He was up on stage. And they had him leave ahead of time, and he went out the back. So he did not get into the group of people that were there. He was sort of in security, like protected. And people were just asking questions. They were excited. They were happy. And I went to learn. I don't write in James Patterson's genre, but I still, wanted to see what happens when someone famous comes to town. And that was a learning experience for me. So I have joined, not James Patterson because he's not my genre, but I've joined quite a few authors' mailing list off their website, so I can see what they're up to. And this isn't about, copying. This is about getting ideas. Well, if this person has a mailing list, maybe I ought to have a mailing list. If they're talking about their next book coming up, maybe I should be talking about their next book coming up. Or maybe they do print mailing once a year. Just watch what they're doing and see, because you have to realize the people ahead of you have been doing it for quite a long time. You can't do it for 6 months and expect success. You have to be in it for the long haul, because we are career novelists. Whether you're full-time or not, doesn't matter. If you're in this world, see it as a career. Play the long game. Build your mailing list. Collect business cards at book festivals. I like to walk around, get a business card from everybody in the room. Every author has a table. I want to know what they're up to. I want to know what they're doing. I want to know how I can help them. And maybe they can help me. I'm looking for media opportunities. So that's what I do. As someone who's been in this business for a long time, you can take that from me. That's my tip for the day. And follow people that you admire, people who are successful. That's huge at getting you to the next level. I hope that helps you today. My name is Lana McAra. See you next time.
Thank you for tuning into the Fiction Writers Podcast with Lana McAra, where we share tips, tricks, and ideas for fiction that is #unputdownable. Remember to visit our website at www.fictionwriterspodcast.com and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're here, subscribe to us via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Fiction Writers Podcast.